Welcome to the Absolute Automotive channel. Today we'll be working on a 2005 Toyota Avalon. It needs rear brake pads. The symptoms are low pedal pressure and squeaking from the rear. Tools needed: 14mm socket and ratchet, flathead screwdriver, and high temperature grease. The first thing you want to do is take off your brake reservoir cap. The next thing you want to do is remove all your lug nuts from your wheel. The next thing you want to do is take your 14mm socket and take off both 14mm bolts that are on the rear of the caliper. Some bolts might be heat seized, so sometimes it's good to take a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and a mallet and start tapping the head of the bolt backwards. Remove your caliper and inspect your caliper. Remove both brake pads. You can use a flathead screwdriver. Now you want to check your pads, and these pads have uneven wear. Uneven wear is a result of the caliper not moving properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to put grease. If the caliper doesn't move properly, that's because it's not freed up, because the heat of the caliper has dissipated the grease. So you want to reinstall grease on all of the moving parts and on the bolts going inside the caliper. This will free up the caliper to move accordingly when it's time to be depressed. Also, you want to put grease on the back of your brake pad. Now take an old brake pad and your C-clamp to decompress the caliper's piston all the way back so that you can fit your new brake pads inside of the caliper properly. Now you can reinstall your brake pads. Being careful not to wipe the grease off of the back of the brake pads. Reinstall your caliper, which will slide easily over the brake pads now that the piston in the caliper has been decompressed. Now you can start installing your bolts. Now that you have your bolts lined up, you can start tightening down your bolts. You can torque them between 25 or 30 foot-pounds, or get them all the way seated and give a snug tight. Now, reinstall your brake reservoir cap and you're finished.